Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining your virtual drinking buddy. Thought I'd get out on this beautiful evening. It is currently a balmy 32 degrees here in Glenwood, Iowa. And so I thought I'd get outside and film a video. It's practically spring. Compared to I think it was negative 25 degrees air temperature earlier this week. So, yeah, even with the sun down, it feels like spring out here. Had the fire pit going a little bit ago. Got a bunch of cardboard burnt up because quite frankly, we've been getting a lot of deliveries this year, and our normal place to recycle cardboard kind of got backed up. There's some issues there, but it doesn't really matter now. I got to finally get out and burn some stuff, which it's hard not to love burning stuff. Who doesn't love burning stuff? Wow, I sound like a pyro. Anyway, let's get to the beer at hand. So tonight I'm going to drink something that I've been seeing a lot on social media since I started doing the beer reviews, and I actually got on social media. Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. Is that gonna... No, that's not gonna come into focus. There we go. I'm sure a lot of people have had this. I have not had it yet. But it seems like a lot of people drink it and enjoy it. Looks like they're out of Comstock, Michigan. And this is what the brewery has to say about their beer. Brewed with 100% Centennial hops from the Pacific Northwest and named after the Two-Hearted River in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, or the Yooper, if you prefer. Our American IPA is bursting with hop aromas ranging from pine to grapefruit from massive hop additions in both the kettle and the fermenter. Perfectly balanced with a malt backbone and combined with the signature fruity aromas of Bell's House yeast. Two-Hearted is remarkably drinkable and well-suited for adventures everywhere. ABV is 7%. Original gravity was 1.065. Shelf life, 6 months. I don't know that I've ever seen that before, but good to know. Tasting notes, it says bitter citrus pine. Alright, sounds reasonable. Nutritional information per 12-ounce serving. Per 12-ounce serving. This son of a bitch weighs in at 212 calories per 12 ounces. So if you had a 12-pack of these and drank them, that's like over a day's worth of calories. Like, you wouldn't even need to eat anything to get your calorie count for the day. However, I think you'd probably want to eat something. And then the carbs is 16.7 per 12 ounces. So if you compare that to a lot of light beers, like, let's just do Michelob Ultra. What is Michelob Ultra like? 2.5 grams of carbs per 12 ounces. So, goddamn. But then I noticed that it said, why don't we list IBUs? And they say there's a difference between absolute bitterness and perceived bitterness. So I should clarify. I had to click on the highlighted wording of why don't we use IBUs, and then it pulled up this little blurb here. IBUs are useful for home brewers for the purpose of clone recipes, but it doesn't always tell the whole story. Expedition Stout is a good example. Not had it, but I'm sure I will at some point. It has more IBUs than more traditional hoppy beers like Two-Hearted and Hop Slam. But then they do list their IBUs at 60. But that doesn't appear unless you click on the why don't we list IBUs. And then available packages is 6 and 12-pack bottles, 6 and 12-pack cans, 4-pack tall boys. Get it in 19-ounce can, or you can get it draft. And it suggests that you use a nonic glass, the kind that has a little, like, bubble, like around close to the top. I don't have any of those. What I do have is my handy dandy Malted Gentleman pint glass, but I'm going to put that back in the snow here. I know it's not showing up on camera, but we got... So today we were supposed to get 1 to 3 inches, and then sometime this morning I got changed to a trace to 2 inches. We probably ended up with 7, maybe 8 inches of wet, heavy snow today. So, and you can't blame the meteorologists. They're doing what they can, and more times than not, they're right. This just wasn't one of those days, so I know it was a rough day for meteorologists everywhere. I know one of the local meteorologists out of Omaha, Mallory Schnell, said a rough day on meteorologists, and she wishes that she could buy all the local meteorologists a beer, and I suggested Ale Storm by Nebraska Brewing Company. And I realized as I was suggesting that, it's like, wow, that's kind of a dick move, suggesting a beer named after a storm. But more than anything, I was just thinking a meteorologist might prefer a storm-named beer. But whatever, I tweeted it anyway. So. Oh yeah, you can definitely smell that pine. A little bit of citrus. Not picking up any malt. It smells pretty good though. Well, might as well start in on those 212 calories. Cheers. Oh, that's good. So that's interesting. There's like it definitely starts off piney. Not, I guess maybe not as bitter as I was expecting, but it starts off bitter. Yeah, and then like the aftertaste is a little bit of the grapefruit, and then the fruitiness from their yeast must be coming through, because there's like behind the citrus grapefruit sort of flavor, there is like a sweet fruit of some sort, and I'm assuming that's their yeast, their house yeast. That's a damn good beer. It's a shame that I haven't had this before. Like I said, I'm sure most of you that might watch this video have probably already had this. I'm a little late to the game when it comes to the Two-Hearted Ale, but it's pretty good. And if you haven't had it, let me show you the bottle again so that you can look for it if you like. It's got a picture of a... Pretty sure that's a trout. Looks like maybe a bad drawing of a brook trout. I mean, the picture's good. It's just the coloring's a little bit off. But maybe that's not a trout. I'm not much of a fisherman, but who knows? It doesn't matter. What does matter is this was a good beer, and I appreciate you watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like and subscribe button below. And this is the Malted Gentleman reminding you, you only have one liver, so use it wisely.